A brand new season of Formula One racing is here, and we are back as always to try and beat the pole lap. This season we begin in Australia for the first time since 2019, which is very refreshing and a nice little change. But no surprise, Lando Norris was the favourite and he did indeed get the pole position in qualifying. So the time to beat, a 1 minute 15.096, which by the way is 9/10 quicker than Verstappen's pole lap last season. So the car's getting very quick in the final year of this regulation. Anyway, for this one, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've also tried to recreate the new camera T-cam settings that they're running this season with all the cars, and I think it should make for quite an exciting episode. So, with that out of the way, generally speaking, McLaren do seem to be the team to beat, and they're going to be pretty unstoppable. So we could be using this car quite a bit this season. So yeah, let's get into it and let's see how we get on. Now currently on the outlap, just trying to get a better tyre temperature. We are on the hard tyres, which are the C3s this weekend. The C5 is the softest compound available. We're going to throw the car into push mode already on the battery and just see what we can do for a banker lap. So here we go, underway, new season. Leave a like on the video, subscribe for more. And let's see how we get on. Fifth gear for turn one, quite a nasty curb on the inside there. I might try and go around that from now on. Down towards turn three. On the brakes, nicely done there. Opening up turn four, which we can attack the inside curb. Carrying speed through turn 5 and now to turn 6. Not as much curb this year on the runoff, so you've got to be careful compared to other seasons, other games where the muscle memory kicks in. As we open DRS down the back straight, and now we prepare the high speed chicane. Here we go. Already working pretty decently on the hard tyres as we open the rear letterbox. Now spotting the heavy braking zone at the DRS panel, or the light panel in the top left. A little bit deep there in fourth gear as we tip the car into the last few corners. Oh, lock up on the left front. Just nicked it a little bit on the entry to the penultimate corner. Not a bad first lap though, to be fair. Obviously nowhere near the time, but things will improve. 19.3 opener. Let's try and get that time down. Now then, first adjustments, very quick ones for this second attempt. We're going to go a step softer on the tyres to kind of see that lap time improvement, but also I want to see if we overheat and have to adjust tyre pressures. For the fuel, we're going to run half, so from 35 to 18 and lighten the load. We're going to run the same battery. We actually was already in the highest battery mode, which is push, so we can't really do much more than that. What I will do is just up the engine brake by a click. Aero, I'm going to drop the front by 1 and I'm going to drop the rear by 2, and to offset that I'm going to drop the brake bias by 2 as well to kind of get more rotation. So let's just see how that feels. I might just drop the ride heights a little bit as well on the front end, and let's give this a crack and see how we improve. Right then, delta bar up and running. Now we're going to get serious and try to really up the pace. So engine mode engaged, second attempt underway. Here we go, turn 1. Going to try and go a little bit deeper and kind of go around. Whoa, never mind. I was going to say try and go around the curb, but we'll quickly get the car back around and try again. Let's sort that out. Hopefully this time we can get through the first corner unscathed. Fifth gear, might try fourth. Just got to be a little bit patient there. When I turn the car in, I've got to wait to pick the throttle up. Anyway, down towards turn 3. Oh, back end a little bit more lively. Obviously that lower rear wing is definitely kicking in. Technically out of track limits there, but that was very scruffy. Through turn 6, nicely done there, carrying good speed. Up and close and personal with the barriers as we now should gain free lap time with that wing all the way down these straights. Let's try and attack the chicane a bit more and attack the apexes. Here we go. Oh, yes. Whew, that was committed. Come on then, let's keep it going. Into sector 3. on the brakes. That's trying to run so deep this time into the curb and almost into the gravel. Good speed carried through there as well. And now that rearward bias should help a little bit more through here. Still a bit deep, but generally speaking, it's better. But we completely ruin the exit and we invalidate our time. So yeah, it's an improvement, but it's a scruffy lap. That lower wing is making the car very lively. Now normally I'd do that again, but I'm going to just basically make the adjustment. So we're going to go for the softest compound tyres available. I'm also going to up all the pressures by 1 for overheating purposes. Also fuel wise, we're going to drop this to half again, so 9 litres for this one, which equates to 9 laps, give or take. Fuel sorted, electronics we're going to keep the same. Aero, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to give it another shot. I'm kind of bearing in mind that with the soft tyre grip, we should hopefully be able to manage that a bit better. So we're going to leave that. I'm going to keep the bias on 54. That felt pretty good throughout the lap. I'm going to drop the ride height some more. So we're going to go down the front and down by a click on the rear as well, which is already on the lowest, to be fair. So I want to just see how this goes. I think a clean lap gives us a better idea of where we really are. Right, I want to see some real improvement now as we get the soft tyres rocking and rolling. Tyre temps already a bit high on the left side, just from the outlap alone. Let's see, into turn 1, throwing the car in. I'm still trying to find what the best line is through that corner. Now down towards turn 3. Oh, we're locking on the brakes there. Had to kind of convert that into a bit of a drift, which wasn't optimal, but we do get a lovely turn 4 and find a decent chunk of time there. Now towards turn 6. Taking in 6th gear this time. With that increased grip from the soft compound tyres, we're going to just try and minimise the steering inputs on this straight and let the left side tyres cool a little bit, if possible, as we now approach the high speed chicane. Just throwing the car in, keeping the throttle absolutely pinned. Similar delta to the last lap before we messed it all up. So let's see what this lap will be. Oh, a bit of a slide there as we have to catch the back end. Good speed carried through that one. Left side tyres are screaming as we just about keep it on the track. And now through the final corner, we have a bit more patience on the throttle. And there is the improvement. It's going to be a 1:17.2, but still a long way off Lando's lap time. And we're already pretty close in terms of what we can do setup-wise. Now this is going to be the final version of the setup you're going to see until we kind of then go sweaty, make more tweaks and see how we get on. So I've upped the left side of the tyre pressures to compensate for that overheating. Fuel now is on minimum 3 laps, out lap, push lap, in lap basically. Electronics, I'm going to run the MGUH now on motor, which is now the highest engine mode possible. Aero I've up by 1 on the front and the rear by a click to try and push a bit more in sector 3 and sector 1. Alignment, I've put the camber and the toe on the front a bit more to the left, a bit more aggressive on the rear, a bit more kind of conservative to keep those rears under control in terms of stability. Dampers, no adjustments for now. That's when I'm really trying to find, tenths or half a tenths when it gets really competitive. Brake bias, as I mentioned, I'm keeping that the same, and then I've basically dropped the roll bars to 0 for the softest settings possible, and then elsewhere I've also just tweaked the wheel rates and I've dropped the front ride height a bit more. So let's see how this goes. Here we go then. Nice, tidy final corner. Short shifting as well to make sure we're under control. But this is it. Maximum beans on this lap. Still don't feel super confident through turn 1. That curb is nasty on the inside, but look at the time we're gaining. Braking under control this time through turn 3. A little bit wide. Wider than I would have liked, but we kept it nice and smooth all the way through. And you can see there's the 3 lap time gain from just keeping it nice and tidy. Also the engine mode is working really well. A little bit early on the turn in there, had to sacrifice a bit of speed, but now the engine mode is going to work really well for us for the next 15 seconds or so. Still not dipping into the manual battery use myself and letting the car use and see how much we burn throughout the lap. Through the chicane, really sending in that first part. Half a second up. Come on then, let's find a bit more time in sector 3. A little bit wide there, but we keep it under control. Small lift, that could be flat. Braking a little bit earlier to try and not run deep through there, which that's a better job than other laps. Final corner, 4th or 5th could be, but we find a good chunk of time. This is good. Over the line, it's a 16.2, and that's a reasonable improvement. Now we're basically 1.1 seconds away. So now all we can really do, the setup is more or less there. It's just basically now manually overriding the battery to use a bit more myself in certain areas. So I'm going to get into sweat mode now and see what I can really do. Whew. I love that corner, it's so epic. You have to really commit through there. Wow. That's a big improvement. We use all the battery on that one manually, which is a lot more efficient. 15.4. Wow, we're right there. Car feels excellent, by the way. Setup feels really good. That actually felt like a really good lap. I don't know if there's a lot more in that. That could already be my best attempt. That was really clean and committed. Oh, to the grass, not ideal. Oh, ouch. Oof. There's a bit of time there. There's a little bit there. I don't know if there's half a second, well, 4/10 to be exact. But 3.5 tenths, really. Oh my god, a 1:15.115. We're 200ths away, but that lap felt perfect. There was one track limit which I'm not sure. I'd have to check at turn 4. So if I don't go quicker than that and I can't find 200ths and that's my lap, I need to get turn 4 validated. Oh my god, no. By going too wide there, it puts on the pit limiter automatically, so I can't even touch the pit entry line, or the white line that splits the pit entry in the track. Damn. I don't believe it, I lost it at the penultimate corner. It's right there, man. I'm on the limit. This is fun. This reminds me of the Turkey episode I did the other day in my retro series. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But whew. Oh my god, the game invalidated it. I don't believe it. The game invalidated it into the far chicane. Oh my god. Damn it. Lock the rears and then the fronts. Don't want to do that. Too much inside curb through that corner. This is where the time is, through there. Even then I wasn't able to go quicker. We are really on the limit here. There's no like big mistakes happening. There's just no more pace to find. I just need 200ths. Oh my god. Whew. We smashed the first sector out of the park, but I messed up turn 6 a little bit. It's so hard to get the lap absolutely perfect here, but we've done it. Just done it. I need to check a track limit, and that's the third from last corner though. I'm not sure if track limits apply in real life, but we need to check. Now this is the one where I'm not sure on the exit. This is the moment of truth. I think I'm off. I am. I'm off. The question is, do track limits apply in that particular corner? Now, realistically, I'm going to cut myself a little bit of slack here because turn 6 was a horrible mistake to make. If I do that corner right and I keep this within track limits and suffer a bit of a time loss because of it, I still think I beat the time. So I don't know if track limits was actually enforced in this particular corner. I watched the qualifying highlights, not the live qualifying because of the timing. So as far as I'm aware, I know Lando got a lap time deleted at turn 4 on the exit, which was a track limits corner, but I'm not sure that applies for the whole circuit or just certain corners. So guys, in the comments down below, let me know. I'm going to put an asterisk on this one and say, I think I'm in the good, but if one of you know if this is actual track limit infringement, then let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, here is the final version of the car setup. So we ran the softest tyres, the C5s, with asymmetrical pressures from left to right, front to rear. Fuel, 3 litres for 3 laps. Electronics with push and motor. Engine brake on 9. Aero, I went for 5.4 in the end. Alignment, I also ran asymmetrical on the camber and the toe from the left to the right, so copy the values on screen. Dampers, I was tempted, but the setup was so good, I didn't want to change the balance too much and get into, the weeds too much with this, so I left it default in the end. Brake bias, also 54 was a perfect balance. And then on the suspensions, I basically dropped the front ride height a lot. The track is very flat, and then also softened the roll bars and got those wheel rates adjusted as well. So there's your lot. Everything else is essentially unchanged. But guys, there we have it. That is the first episode in the books. Hopefully we get many more close episodes like that where the lap time is really on the money. Either way, we're going to put a W asterisk on this one. If the track limit is incorrect, then we'll count it as an L by 200ths. But either way, genuinely, I did lap after lap after lap. You saw a lot of them. We was right there every single time. That was the pace of the car around here, and I couldn't find much more. So yeah guys, I'll leave the mods link down below for the track and the car. I'd massively appreciate a like on this one, and also subscribe for more guys. There's going to be episodes for every single race weekend this season, and then on the weekends where there's no F1, we do the retro Can I Beat the Pole Lap series, which I'll leave on screen now for the playlist. So guys, cheers for watching, massively appreciated all the love and support, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. A big shout out to my members, and check out the 2 videos on screen, and I'll see you guys next time.